Shalom. It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center.
Perfect picture. We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house. And them people bring you out.
This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family.
Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with you. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear sand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down.
The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center.
We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the menopause.
For Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to ISUPK.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the grace.
It's coming to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's right. Commander General YAHANNA has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Booyah! Booyah!
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is a public service announcement to all the sisters out there. Y'all already know what time it is. Them Passover corsages is blooming absolutely right this year. If you a married sister, rock that red corsage. For all the single sisters out there, The white cassage was made just for you. Stop playing. You cannot be Passover ready without rocking one of these. Just $10 to complete that fit for the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Pre-order yours now. Click the link below for more info. For just $10, I got a feeling that this is just the right batch of flowers to have you looking on point and official. Sisters, make it your business to get you one. We hope to see you there. Shalom, Israel.
So I spit choo-choo, I change the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Told me be you, and we can try. So I spit choo-choo, I change the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put it.
Hey, Isupk, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. It sound good coming through them speakers. Pause.
Most it's on you having full screen.
Salak, yeah. You got an echo.
Who that? North Carolina? I mean, Fayetteville?
The Charlotte.
Who got an echo?
It might be us. Let me look.
You said what now?
Salak, I think that Durham has echo.
Oh yeah, through water, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. I was
I'll
asking Shabbat said somebing about an echo.
I don't hear no echo. I'm gonna work on it. Lock you. But you good to go, Kawal.
All right, I think they froze. Oh no, I see it. There you go. All right, clap it up. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh I.S.U.P.K, Rakatha. Yahweh Shamar, I thought by I.S.U.P.K, to all my brothers and sisters out there in Israel. Yes, we are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command Engineer YAHANNA. Right. And since 1969, we're bringing the truth about this Bible, that all so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Jews, are the Israelites. And knowing that, we must keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Today is the Monday night scripture breakdown class / history class. It's going to be taught by Captain of 13,000, Captain I.S.U.P.K. He'll be here shortly, Lord willing. And to that time, we're going to hold it down. If any questions are in the chat, any troopers, officers, sisters, brothers, anybody got any questions, type them in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. Any questions in the room, we'll answer them, Lord willing. And we're going to get it on, man. Big shout out to Commander YAHANNA for what? The Passover that's coming up April 1st, man. That's right. In Raleigh, North Carolina, man. That's big, man. All these Passovers are being recorded, man. We have one right here in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Raleigh Convention Center, 500 South Salisbury Street on April 1st, man, 2023. You better be there. If you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, the sound of my voice, you know you should scratch your head. You are commanded to be there. You don't got a choice. I don't know where this stuff came from. You thinking about coming to the Passover. You better be there, man. You better be there before that sky cracks. Don't be trying to cook lamb in your damn living room by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Come gather with your brothers and sisters. You understand? It's going down. Commander YAHANNA got us to what? The convention center. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it on, man. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying, coming together and beautiful brotherhood and sisterhood, the garments, the vendors, the food, the music. It's going to be lovely, man. It's one for the books, man. So everybody should be on their best behavior, get our minds right, get our travel arrangements. If you got any problems, book in the room. If you have any issues getting to the Passover, just contact your camp leader, man. Contact your camp leader, and that's easy. He'll tell you where to go, how to get there. If you need funds, don't make an excuse not to come to the Passover. We all have to be there. You understand? We want to bring Christ here to he receive a people who's what? Righteous and holy and upright, man. Who's keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We better be here at this Passover, man. Any questions in the room? Online? You understand? If not, you understand what I'm saying? If you could, whoever's reading, I know you shorthanded up there in Durham. We're going to have Kodam read until one of the troopers, a young man, get in. Goldsboro not in the building yet?
Can you hear me cool?
Say again?
I think I'm still I'm just trying to fix this.
I can hear you loud and clear, Double One.
I checked on the stream. It's open up on the stream, so
Okay.
you good though.
Okay. Good, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, that whole week for the Passover is action-packed. Wednesday's a lamb slaughter. And after the lamb slaughter, man, we're going to go to King's Bowling, get some chicken wings and bowl, have a good time. After that, then what? We'll go Thursday. We got the Stagville Plantation and the Black Wall Street lecture, walkthrough. We're going to see where, Black Wall Street was and what's happened to it today. A lot of good history's coming out, man. Brought to you by Commander YAHANNA. That's Thursday during the daytime. You understand? You got the Stagville Plantation and Black Wall Street. So then Thursday night is going to be the all-black party, meaning, music, food, live performances by I.S.U.P.K's favorite artists, man. It's going to be glorious. You understand? That's Thursday night. Then Friday we're going to get up and we're going to get ready to go to the youth party, man, at Adventure Landing. We just came from this weekend. Let me tell you. Hey, man, adults, y'all better come, too. This ain't just for little kids. Right. They got batting cages, good food, go-karts, golf. There's people out there, Tiger Woods, all this stuff, man. It's going down. And then after that is the famous General Muhammad Scripture Breakdown. And then we're going to have music after that. Getting us ready for the Passover Saturday, Feast of Unleavened Bread Sunday, man. Whole week's going to be action-packed. You understand? And that's, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I cannot wait. You understand? Cannot wait. So if somebody could, give me the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. You understand? We're going to just go through some of these scriptures till Captain Athak gets in here or a higher ranking officer comes in and takes the class. Like I said, you got any questions, feel free to type in the chat. You want to start at 1? 2 Corinthians 4, give me 17.
Come on, it's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
Stop right there. What we got to understand, we live in the last days. We are living in the last days, you understand, of what? Of our oppressors ruling over us. Right. You understand? If you haven't been watching the news, North Korea just sent a couple more missiles into the water near Taiwan and China. You understand? Russia and China getting real buddy-buddy right now. You understand? North Korea is itching to press the button. Iran. You understand? See, these countries are all getting ready for what? World War III, man, thermonuclear destruction. Right. See, you're not hearing this at no Christian church or no Muslim mosque. They're still teaching you about prosperity. Right. They're still teaching you how to get your miracle water and how to leave your man. They're not teaching thermonuclear destruction is coming. Right. And we know it here. That's going to usher in the coming of Christ, man. Right. The Most High is going to send Christ down here with 200 million angels, man, and wreck shop within 1 hour, the scripture says, which is a short amount of time. That is a sober reality. Our conduct has to be right. We got to get our minds right, man. We don't have much time at all. That's right. And things we go through in life, we better start taking it as a light affliction. Read it from the top.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction.
Our what?
Our light affliction.
See, our afflictions are light, man. That's why I love this Bible. It's so poetic. We say things like light. Man, that's a light thing, man. That ain't nothing. A little car wreck, that's light. You know, a little calf shot, man, that's light, man. A little jail time, that's light. Well, Christ was afflicted heavy. Christ was afflicted heavy, man. What he went through for us, that's a heavy affliction, man. Right. That's a burden that most brothers would not even want to bear. Hell, Christ didn't even want to bear it. He said, if it be so, let this cup pass for me. You understand? No, we living in the last days. Our afflictions we go through is light, man. And we got to understand that. Why? I'm going to tell you why we have to understand and always keep that up forefront of our minds. Read on.
Which is but for a moment.
Which is only for what?
A moment.
You ever heard it say trouble don't last always? Christians love that. But they don't really believe that. You understand? They don't really believe that. It's only for a moment that your affliction is going to be, man. Only for a moment. Read on.
Worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Worketh for us a far more what?
Exceeding an eternal weight of glory.
That's right, man. That affliction we're going through is worth something, man. It's a reason why. And if you stick through it, eternal weight of, read it again.
For our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
Right.
Worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
That's right, man. You got to hang in there, man, because glory's on the other side of that. It's only for a moment. It don't last that long, man. You got to be tough and be disciplined. You can't be a goddamn coward. Nothing should take you out of this truth. Nothing should make you lose hope or faith.
Right.
Not seeing what Christ went through for us. Not seeing what our forefathers fought and King David shed blood to get the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Wasn't no Glocks back then. Brothers put a cold steel sword through your midsection. You understand? Hardcore warriors, man. And what are we doing? We're going to let light affliction take us up out the game? I don't think so, man. Read on.
Verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen.
We look not at the things that are what?
Which are seen.
We don't look at the things that are seen. Right here in the UPK. Why is that? Read on.
But at the things which are not seen.
Somebody break it down.
So like I said, if I may, like it says, it's like we're not a carnal type of people, like you said in the I.S.U.P.K. We're looking at things far more than the eye can see. You understand? We know, what is it, the third or fourth dimension? You understand? We understand that, you know, the thing, like I said, the weapons in our warfare are not carnal, man.
Right.
You understand? We fighting a spiritual battle, man. So the things that we're looking for is the kingdom of heaven. You can't see that right now physically, but we know it's there.
And what is the kingdom of heaven?
So like I said, if I made the kingdom of heaven is your rulership for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right, man. Under Christ. Get that brother a hand. You understand? He's so right. And we got to always remember that. You make sure you tell your mother and your father and your Aunt Shirley and Aunt Miss Mabel what the kingdom of heaven is. And totally erase the image that they have. Right. You got to say it. The kingdom of heaven could be one or two things. The place where the Most High resides, in the fourth dimension, what we call it, or right here on planet Earth, under Christ, a black man who's going to rule with a rod of iron. Right. You start talking like that, real concrete and cold and clear to your parents and to your friends around and to Christians. Oh, brother, that's going to shake something up in their spirit, because their heaven includes heathens. Their heaven includes what's going on still right now. They don't see what we see. Go ahead, Ayathan.
So like that's what I was about to say. You know, to add on to what also Kadam was saying. You know, Christians and everybody else outside of the I.S.U.P.K, they look at what they can physically see right now.
Right.
You see Esau ruling, so you think that that's what it is and that's what it's going to be. You understand? And the scriptures say that those things are temporal. You understand? That's a temporary thing that's going to happen right now. You understand? But when you see Yahushua come through that sky with the 200 million angels, and you see this Esau's kingdom get leveled in an hour, right? You understand? You better believe when Yahushua rule, he gonna rule forever, man. It says that's eternal.
That's right.
You
Damn
understand?
right.
That's never ending.
Never ending. That brother's right. Go ahead. Who was that? Oh, I thought somebody said something. You heard something? I thought somebody said something. Don't worry about it. They'll just butt on in if they got something to say. Read that again, 18.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal.
Right.
But the things which are not seen are eternal.
Are eternal, man. That gives me hope, man. See, right now, things that are seen, I'm tired of seeing abortion clinics. I'm tired of seeing our brothers get shot by the police and 5 black officers kill and beat a brother to death. That's pure hatred, man. Crack cocaine single-handedly destroyed the black communities, man. The news media paints us out to be monsters. You can't get a damn loan. You can't even own a business without it getting shut down. These curses are rampant, man. You understand? We want something that's going to totally change things, flip it upside down and last forever. Something better than this. You got to see it. You got to understand it. You can't get weak. You can't drop your sword. We got to stay in the fight to make sure that happens. Go ahead, brother.
So, like, just piggyback off what you're saying, also, like, you know what I'm saying? This is why we look at things that are seen, you understand? Like, everybody is looking at what they can see. Because Esau got this thing in the world today where it's like seeing is believing. Right. Right? But the I.S.U.P.K go out every Saturday and we say, America's falling, America's falling. Nobody sees that. So they think we delusional. Right. But we've been taught how to see that.
That's right.
We see the prophecy of the Third World War we see everything that Commander YAHANNA has told us is going to happen. It's happening. Everything that's in this Bible is happening. So we see the things that they don't see. We see the unseen things.
Right. He's so right, man. It's a perfect example that can, like he's saying. They don't even see it. You can tell how they look at us. What are they talking about? Until they turn that news on and see CNN and Sleepy Joe saying, we are closer to World War III than I ever expected. Then they want to wake up. Go ahead, brother.
No, Salaki, it's crazy that you mentioned Sleepy Joe. He just came back from Kyiv. He went on a 10-hour train ride into the Ukraine. And before they did that, the U.S. military notified the Russians for the sake of deconfliction that they were coming. And I can't help but to think, like, damn, they exercise diplomacy with one another.
Right.
When it comes down to us, we don't get no kind of damn diplomacy at all. You know, so Salaki, I just wanted to throw
You're right about that. The Lord makes sure that he don't want us even being involved with them. The Lord don't want blacks and Hispanics even having anything to do with that flag. You understand? He don't want us to do with that flag. That was it on that. Give me Romans 8:35, Bubba Kashaw. You know what I'm saying? We got to hang in there, man. We living in the last days. Make sure you get your mind right, man. Make sure your conduct lines up with this Bible. You understand? Your money can't save you when the day Christ comes.
Right.
He can't save you. Look at the World Trade Center. There was $1 trillion company in that World Trade Center. There was millionaires and billionaires working in that building. When that plane hit, when 3,200 people died, oh, you think the rich could have said, what about my 401k and my Bitcoin? What about my... No, it didn't matter. Your money can't save you, man. Ask Steve Jobs if his money could save him. Only thing that's going to save you in that day is your conduct. Have you been keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments? Are you righteous? That's what's going to save you when the day the Lord comes. You understand? Your money, our people need to understand that. That's piss poor slavery that you're working for. Look at your job as a slavery. I ain't talking about the brothers and sisters who have businesses, who sell things to other people like soaps and oils, and you started from the ground up. That's one thing. That's really not like a job. That's your profession. Or you're a teacher or a nurse giver or caregiver, something like that. But you brothers working in these goddamn plants, turning wrenches, and you running through the damn store making sure the racks is straight, and you dedicate more, you know what I'm saying, more energy and zeal for that job and your oppressor than you do this truth, that ain't going to save you in a day. Your conduct is what's going to save you. So don't make no excuses. You better be at the Lord's 54th Passover. That's right. You better be there, because it could be your last time having a chance to serve the Lord, man. You understand? Read on, brother.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 35. Oh, verse 34?
35, yep. You good.
Who shall separate us from the Lord of Christ?
Who? Who shall do what?
Shall separate us from the Lord, from the love of Christ.
Who's going to separate us from the love of Christ, man? Who is it? Your slavery? Some stupid woman? Some false doctrine? Some sorority or fraternity? Maybe some stinking holiday that you got to celebrate. Is your birthday going to separate you from the love of Christ?
Right.
Is what people think about you. Who or what? You understand? Who? Read on.
Shall tribulation or distress?
Shall what?
Shall tribulation or distress?
Tribulation or distress. We know, black and Hispanics, we know that all too well. Our life is full of tribulation and distress. That's right. Lights are getting cut off. Roaches and rats. I was watching this thing on the news the other day. Rats are eating the damn wires in your car, man. The news had to have a news reporter go out there and say, this is what a rat hole looks like. When you park your car, do not park over a sewer in New York, and don't park by any little tree bed where there's burrow holes the size of your fist. Rats live down there. And the coating of the wires is made with some kind of soybean material they're using, and rats want to gnaw on it. And when rats get to gnawing on your car, the warmth of the engine, the rats smell it, they get up in the little crevice of your wheel well, they get up in that engine, and they get to gnawing on them cords. Now you need a new transmission. Now your windshield wipers don't work. You wonder why you can't get your damn car won't start. The rats in New York run New York. They're eating the wires out. Then they taking a dump in there, and they're leaving excrement. That attracts other rats. Now you got a rat infestation in your damn car. You see what I'm saying? That affects blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, man. Right. Yeah, a couple of persons might get it because they deserve it. But us, we living in pure hell, man. That's right. Imagine working your whole life and waiting on that check. You know what black folks, we got this thing when you get money, your car start coughing. Soon as that deposit hit, $3,000, here go your car. I need some new tires and the oil change. Now the rats done chewed through every damn thing. You can't get a break, man. Tribulation and distress. We know that all too well here in Israel, man. But we got to know that it's right here in this record books. Why is it saying that? That can't separate you from Christ. Right. That can't separate you from the Passover. That can't separate you from your brothers, man. That can't stop. Tribulation can't stop you from being a man and teaching your damn wife. Right. You understand? These things we must do. Read on.
Or persecution or famine.
Or persecution and famine. You ain't got no food. It's a food crisis. Guess who got food? Come here and YAHANNA, all these damn schools. That's right. You just come through the doors. You understand? Come through these doors, man. Ain't no crisis big enough for the Lord. Not when you serve him. Read on. And that persecution too. Don't be afraid to say you're an Israelite. Just be bold with it. Don't hide that fact that you're an Israelite. Why would you hide royalty, man? Right. See, we're so poor and on the bottom, we don't even understand what real royalty is. We don't understand what, being on top and above all nations really means. You have to embody that. It is something that needs to be bred in us over again. We learn that in here.
That's right. That's right.
Don't be afraid to be an Israelite. Somebody asks you what's your nationality, you better say it. I'm an Israelite. Hebrew Israelite. Hebrew is my language. Israelite is what I am by blood of my father. And they be like, damn, well, that's an exact answer. If you want to get real, state your registry like the prophet stated their registry. I am such and such from the tribe of Judah for the nation of Israel. Right. Be bold with it, man. We don't have much time left. Say it as Christ was standing right there in the cut looking at you. Right. You understand? Read on.
Or nakedness.
Or nakedness, man. Read on.
Or peril.
Or what?
Peril.
Peril, man.
Peril.
You understand? Drop down to 38.
Verse 38. For I am persuaded.
For I am what?
Persuaded.
See, what does that word persuaded mean? Somebody look that up. It says, for I am persuaded. I love how this Bible's written. Use the perfect words to get through our thick, stiff-necked skulls in 2023. This is how we got to be. Whoever got it. Oh, go ahead, brother.
So, like, if I may, according to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, persuade is a verb. To move by argument.
To do what?
To move by argument.
To move by argument.
Entreaty. Or expostulation to a belief, position, or course of action.
That's right.
To plead with or urge. Synonyms if you want.
Lay it on me. Pause.
Argue, bring around, convince, get moved.
Bring around, convince. All that, man. That's how you have to be. That first one you used was what?
Salakia, to move by argument.
But this will happen to us. We're coming to this truth. You celebrating Christmas. Somebody tell you the Christmas is a pagan holiday. Here you are with a red turtleneck on, reindeers going up your butt cheek or your pants. You got a tree with candy canes and bulbs hanging, about to kiss a whore under the mistletoe, and the Israelite says, brother, this is unlawful.
Right.
You get to argue with him. He persuades you that this is unlawful. And you say, you know what? Damn this Christmas tree, man. I'm not celebrating Christmas anymore. Matter of fact, I'm not selling no pagan holidays. Pork ain't the other white meat. Somebody tell you not to eat pork, and they tell you why? Because the Most High said not to eat it.
That's right.
You break that law down in Leviticus, you've been persuaded, man. Sometimes you get even an argument, but you've been persuaded to serve God. That's what has to happen, man. We do that with our people at camp. But we are persuaded, for I am persuaded. You better be persuaded. You better be persuaded to stay in this truth. You better not grab hold to no false doctrine or some new age movement because you believe in kundalinis and chakras and damn crystals. It's garbage. You understand? You better be fully persuaded. Go ahead, brother.
So, like, if I could, real quick, Charlotte, do y'all still hear the echo from Durham, or is it too loud? You muted right now, brother.
Muted, yeah, she can hear us probably. We can't hear Shabayala because he muted.
So like, I'm just trying to make sure the every audio is good for everything.
Okay.
But no sweat. Captain Isupk is ready though. Cool.
Oh, and with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Captain of 13,000 Isupk.
That's right.
So like, Cap, you muted, sir.
Tawada, my soul, who I was sounding like he He was at 100. Talking quick. Yeah, they had the subtitles on it. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on, Akim? You're good? You're getting prepared for this Passover? All right. Also in Christ. Any questions? What topic you was on? Anybody had any questions on it?
Salakia, sir, we're just going into the past. We're going into the last days, Christ returning, your conduct.
Okay, give me 1 minute.
I think you're good now. Sorry, brother. Come on, where we at now? So you say we're just going over certain things pertaining to the Passover? Kind of what kind? Just your conduct and get your mind right for Christ's return.
Okay. All right, most in Christ. You all have any questions then? On topic or for topic? Sure.
Not yet. I know the trooper, he's supposed to be coming. He said he has some questions. I'm gonna see if he can send them to me.
No problem. I have plenty of questions. What is loyalty? Come on. Hit me with it. What is loyalty?
I got the definition of loyalty.
Come on.
This is Merriam-Webster's definition of loyalty. It says the quality or state or an instance of being loyal. And let me see. Let's look up loyal then.
All right. So while you're doing that, right? So loyalty is a attribute or a characteristic, right? That is, that is a must. You understand? And what are 3 things you'll learn, I believe, in Hebrew Academy, or just being around your brothers? That is, that basically will put you on path to being loyal.
It's like, sir.
Come on.
Officer Mahayar said dependable, reliable, and predictable.
And that's it. Dependable, reliable, and what? Predictable. Somebody who is loyal is going to have all of those. You understand? You all understand what I'm saying, right?
That's right. Sir.
So what's the opposite of being loyal?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Not being dependable, reliable, or predictable.
Or what's the word? Disloyal, right?
Okay.
And with disloyalty, what? Give me somebody who disloyal will do. Like, okay, like for example, right? You're in a relationship with a woman, right? What would a disloyal woman do?
So like I said, she would commit adultery to her husband. Untrustworthy.
Right? That's the ultimate. That is like the nail in the coffin, right? But it's some other things that build up to it. What's some things that build up to it?
Select that one, if I may.
Come on.
Just as far as her disloyalty, like she's disobedient. She's always at variance with whatever you say or whatever you do. She's not following you. You know, she takes more credence to what other people say with respect to her head, like to the Christian pastor over what her husband says at home. Her money, you know, she's stingy. She's not generous. She's not gracious.
That's how to throw a woman in, and boy, oh boy, you can describe disloyalty.
Salaki Cap.
Good night. Come on.
I heard that you said the only thing it said this is how you try a woman. The only thing standing between you and your woman is an ATM machine. That's what you said, right?
Well, they just part of it, because some women will just give it up to you. You know what I mean? And then what there's something else other than that. You understand? But I just, you know what I mean, one way. You understand? Because then it's going to lead to what? Paying tithes, everything. Right? You loyal, you're going to do what? Tithes is going to be what? Tithes are going to be on the top of your list.
That's right.
You understand? In here. Right? But just to go back on the whole, you know what I mean, you see the relationship between you and a woman. Now, how would you put it between you and the truth? How would you describe it between you and the truth? And who are some brothers in the Bible who were loyal? Who were loyal in the Bible?
So, like, if I may, sir, Jonathan, with respect to David, he was a loyal brother.
Correct. Come on.
Good. Job was loyal.
Who again?
Uriah was loyal.
So there's numerous ones, numerous brothers who will have that type of quality. Right now, when you get to basically the New Testament with Christ, who was loyal? Who was loyal to him?
Salaki, sir. Peter.
Peter. Just Peter alone?
Salaki, sir. Not just Peter, but basically everybody that wasn't Judas.
Yes.
I mean, everybody. I just mean the of the 12. We know a lot of other people left him, but I just mean the ones who stayed with him. The only one that was disloyal was Judas.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Like loyalty is, how to put loyalty, boy? How to describe it? Best way I could say loyalty is basically an action, right? You're gonna show you're loyal.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could though, Alwan, would it be fair to say, like, you know, we know that Peter was loyal in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, he also denied Christ.
That's exactly why I'm that's one of the stories I'm going to go to.
Come on, sir.
That's it now. I'm going to Matthew, I think 26.
Okay.
And I think 31. All right. And now, and what you had to do too is, like, you had to, like, okay, see it like today, right? Today, right? Loyalty comes in the form of, what do I call that? It could be the internet. You know, like with certain things, thumbs up. You mean somebody put something on the internet and you put a thumbs up. What are you saying?
So, like, Adawan, that you agree and you approve of whatever it is that they posted.
Yes, that you approve of, you know, I mean, what they posted. You
Come,
understand? No, you got to put yourself in these disciples' shoes, right? These disciples' shoes, if they had the internet, the thumbs up will be on what?
Like it's on Christ's
Come
post.
on. On what?
On Christ's post, if Christ was posting.
And whoever is what? Following what?
Whatever Christ was teaching, the truth.
Yes. Right? Remember, Christ never okay. For example, right? Did Christ ever baptize anybody?
So like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You say baptize.
Meaning like water baptism.
Oh, la.
Did his disciples do it?
Concert.
All right. Did Christ stop them? What's going on?
It's like it, sir.
I'll touch your hand, man. Come on, Maya.
No, I was gonna say live, sir.
Christ didn't stop them. Well, give me another scenario in which Christ didn't stop. I wouldn't say it didn't stop them, but another scenario in which
Slugger, so you muted, sir.
Let me hold that thought for a minute.
Oh, come on, sir.
Go read that Matthew 26 for me.
26 and what verse, sir?
I think it's try 31. Hold on, let me see.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Then saith Yahushua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad.
Right, so what is Christ doing here? What is Christ saying here?
So he's doing a few things. First, he's giving a prophecy from the Old Testament,
mm-hmm.
and he's using that to basically say that, he's gonna be, when it says I will smite the shepherd, that's talking about him,
mm-hmm.
and it said the sheep of the flock shall be scattered, meaning they was all together under Christ, but when Christ gets killed or when the Romans take Christ, everybody's gonna kind of scatter. It's gonna be a little bit of I don't know a good word to say it, but it's just like, kind of like, what's that word you said, Mario? Yeah, everything's gonna be kind of in disarray. They're gonna be confused. Like, I don't know what to do. Christ's not here, and they kind of gonna be scattered in different directions.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You on it? So read it one more time.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 31. Mm-hmm. Then saith Yahushua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night.
Right. So he's saying that all of them gonna be what?
Offended.
All right. They're gonna be offended because of who?
Because of Christ, sir.
Because of Christ. And there's something, you know what I mean? Sometimes you may come across it in the truth. You understand? We're a high-ranking man because he made a decision to do something, to have something done, right? You may be offended by it. All right? And Christ is letting the disciples know, I might offend you here right now. Right? Read on.
Come. Like you. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad.
Right. So he's basically saying they're going to harm the what? The shepherd? The person who's supposed to be what? What does a shepherd do?
He guards the flock, sir.
He guards the flock. Correct. So you harm the shepherd, you tie the shepherd up. What's going to happen to the flock? What's going to happen to the sheep?
Run amok. So like you, sir.
Not just don't think like when they say run amok, it seems like it's going to be violence all over.
Just like, yeah, I just meant more so they, they're used to following the shepherd. So when the shepherd's gone, they're not gonna know what the hell to do. They gonna all run, like chickens with their head cut off, just in different directions. They're gonna become violent, but they're not gonna, they're not gonna be together. Salaki.
Right. Correct, young man. Describe it to us. If you're not there around them sheep and them goats, what's going to happen as a shepherd?
Sir. When I don't go up every day to see them, they seem to do all sorts of naughty things. They're not where they're supposed to be. They're out of the fence, head stuck in the fence. It's just like without somebody leading them, they do all sorts of things.
Meaning their lives now is going to be in danger.
Yes.
So, sir.
Come on.
If I may, like, if they don't have a shepherd, like how the brother was saying, they're gonna be all over the place, but they're gonna be slaughtered through in and throughout. You know what I'm saying? Because wolves, anything that's lurking on them or preying, is gonna go and devour your livestock.
Right. You understand? Yes. Meaning their lives are now in danger. Right? Read on tab 1.
Verse 32.
Who was reading?
So I was reading, but I got to run to my vehicle real quick.
No, you go ahead. No, you straight.
Come on, sir.
Verse 32. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee.
Read on.
Verse 33. Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended.
Right. What is Peter saying?
It's like, so if I could, is this him saying like because he's so loyal to Christ that he can't take personal any orders that come down? Any decision that Christ made, he can't be offended by it because of how loyal he is to Christ.
Read it one more time.
Verse 33. Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended.
Right? Yet will I what?
Yet will I never be offended.
So Peter is saying other people might be offended with you. Right? But whatever you do will never
Never offend me.
Never offend me. Right? I know because you're reading the story, right? Because you know the story. Who does Peter song like? If you know the dynamics. So Christ is like what? Christ is like what? Christ is like your father, right? Like a father. Peter is like a what?
A son, sir.
A son to him. Right? So now describe it for me. It's I don't know if you'll get it, but it's like you speaking is like a father speaking to a son who doesn't understand life. You understand?
Come. So you saying like Christ know that they not gonna understand what's about to go down.
How you know it? They don't understand what's about to go down. How you know it? You ain't just know it. Like, we went over it about 10 minutes ago. Taba one answer the question, and that's just one specific scenario. How you know? All right, I put in 100. I put in 100 and 100 on it. I'll put some money on this. I might get some of you all to take a stab at it.
He said, "How do you?" It's like a cap. He said, "How do you know that he wasn't offended?"
Oh no, not offended. You all have to stick with me, because I'm taking it to a zone here right now where if you ain't stick with me, you're gonna get lost all the way. How did Christ know that Peter did not understand what he was saying to him, or the disciples didn't understand?
So, like you, sir, would it be when he said he had to go to prepare a place? When
No, this is a specific. This is something you have to be specific with.
It's like it's what he's saying, like like Christ knew about like the loyalty would be tested to see if when temptation or persecution or something heavy came, he knew that they are strong men, but he knew that he knew that Peter would deny him essentially when that time came.
Okay, but there's certain attributes in them that he will have to show up that he didn't know, he didn't understand. Just okay, think you having your son, right? Your son is maybe 12, 14, 15 growing up. And you are telling him you better go to school and learn your work. You mean go become a doctor, go become a lawyer, go become this, right? You trying to tell him to become, something, whereas he don't have to, work like harder and get paid less, basically. Right? You trying to offer him advice like that. Does a child understand that?
La.
How you know he don't understand it?
Salaki.
Come on.
Because you with him.
Okay, you got it. Okay, remember, yeah, you're with him, but there's something he's doing for you to know that. What is he doing?
Salaki, sir. He's still going in the same direction. He's still doing the same amount of work. That type of work.
Yes.
Like would be what Christ. The Bible says, like, know those who labor amongst you. Like Christ was watching his brothers. He was close to them, so he knew their habits.
He knew.
Son.
Yes, he knew them, but okay. I don't want to give you it. I will figure this joint out.
Come on with it, Cap.
I will figure it out. Your son, right? You telling your son you'll go to school, learn. Your daughter go to school, become a doctor, right? But your son, he wants to do what? He wants to go hang out. He wants to go play football. He doesn't want to do what? He doesn't want to study his work. And he wants to go down his path, right? You could see that he does not understand what you're saying as yet. He doesn't really get it as yet. He doesn't understand it based on his actions. I'm asking you, based on the disciples' action, Christ knew that Peter would do what he did, would deny him.
So, like you said,
come on.
Could it be related to the fact that they were doing water baptisms?
No, you're on it. They're doing water baptism, which means they didn't understand what.
So, because it has something to do with his belief.
No.
He didn't believe.
Stick with me. Go to Acts. Go to Acts. When Peter said, "Now I understand."
Oh yeah, he said, "I get it."
Go to Acts. I think it's Acts 15 or hold on. Let me get it for you.
Remember, then they remember.
Then I remember what Christ said.
Acts 11 and 16.
Come on.
Then remembered I the word of the Most High, how that he said, John indeed baptized with water.
So
but
okay, so what did Peter have?
Peter had like an awakening, moment of clarity.
You said it earlier on. What did Peter have? This is something you're going to have.
Remember, I said awakening, but Peter had a breakthrough.
Yeah,
that sounds Christian, kind of bad. Like it.
No. You don't sound Christian. Maybe I'm not wording it properly for you to understand. Come on.
Slack, sir.
Come on. I hear you, Jamaica.
Is it now that he has the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit?
Okay, what you're saying is right, but there is a quality in him that needs to be there for that.
So you asking for quality, the quality, or you asking for what he was having?
Sluggy, sir.
The quality that he had.
Sluggy, sir. I think Boz said understanding.
The quality will have understanding in it.
I would say, sir, he had to become loyal to Yahushua.
Yeah, he had to be. Remember, you didn't understand when Christ was on the earth. You recognize it when Christ done put to death on the cross, risen, come back, and then went up. You remember it after, which then you know what?
I ride with him.
Yeah, whatever he doing, I'm riding with him.
Right.
I'm loyal to him. That's why some things you may see or you may hear a breakdown. You may not quite understand it because it's meat. Does that mean you should just get up and leave?
Lie.
Nigga, you're disloyal and you deserve to be out there in the world.
That's right.
You understand?
Peter didn't, good.
Come on.
It's like so that could be like how like you grow up and then you have like an epiphany of a lesson your father taught you and you like, oh, that's what he meant. Now I understand.
Okay.
You talk about something along the lines of that?
No. Okay. That's what you're reading about right now, where Peter recognized what Christ was trying to get them to understand.
Right.
They didn't understand it back then.
Right.
They didn't understand. Okay, it's like just think you being a trooper in the truth, or a student that coming in. You don't really understand what it is really.
No, you just doing what you know.
Yeah, but you stay, and that loyalty is with you. You loyal. You're going to stay in here until you become a captain, until you become, an officer. You're going to stay here no matter what. You understand? You're going to stay in here. And then one day, guess what's going to happen?
You're going to remember, sir.
Nothing. Okay. You're going to understand. One day you're going to understand. Oh, that is what Cap was preparing me for. Man, that's what General was preparing me for. That's what he was trying to get me to understand. Didn't understand it.
It's like,
come on.
That's like back in the day, the older brothers in the hood, they would say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but you go do it anyway. Now you popping penicillin like Skittles.
You understand? Yeah. That's a good example. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. How much time you hear that saying? But in your brain, you still thinking you could do what? You could turn her into a housewife.
You could save her, sir.
Yeah, you could save her. Somehow you're thinking you could save her. And that's because you don't understand. And somebody who's seeing the traits of that person is trying to tell you. But you don't understand until you're in it. That is the bad type of understanding. The one where you have to learn learn with you being hurt or harmed. That's the bad type of understanding. You don't want that type of understanding.
Right.
You want to read these stories in here and learn from them. You understand? You want to read what Peter did and know that prepare yourself mentally. It may come. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to make the right decision on that day. You understand?
Come, sir.
Right? So finish reading the Acts.
Acts 15.
No, 11. I think it's 11.
Okay, sir. This is Acts chapter 11, verse 16. Then remember I, the word of the Most High, how that he said, John indeed baptized with water, but ye shall be baptized with the Holy Spirit.
You understand? Like then now you understand. You're in Acts 11? All the way down there. Now he realized, oh man, this is what Christ was trying to tell us. But Christ was so a brother, to the men around him that he understand. He basically understand them that what labor among you. He understood them good. Right? Now go back to Matthew's. Who was reading Matthew?
Sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said unto him, verily, I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 35. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise, also said all the disciples.
Right. Likewise said what? All the disciples. All the disciples said what? Nah, Lord, I ain't doing that. I'm rolling with you to what? To the end. Right? And did Peter deny Christ? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yep. Right? And you are to what? What should you take from that? So you use that as an excuse to deny Christ also too? Well, if Peter did it, well, who's me? I ain't Peter.
Lives. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Shabbat. You got it.
I was saying, for us to reading that, we should always prepare our minds to be like, you know what? You said be loyal and see it through. Like, always remember what the men above you taught and be loyal, disciplined, and don't think, that you're laboring in vain. Every little lesson is important and be ready for that moment. Where you could be tried. Just stay down and stay loyal. Like some of the stuff that we were taught, like you said, it may not make sense now, but trust you stay in there, fight long enough, and you continue with the work of the Lord, it's going to make sense.
Yeah. It's like best example I could give is this. Like you just start talking to a sister, right? Just start talking to her. And you call to get some type of advice. And the advice is tell her everything. What you're about, what you're into, everything. What's going to run through your mind? What's running through your mind?
So like it, sir, she ain't gonna be down with me having more than one wife, sir. She gonna leave.
She gonna leave. And in your mind, you trying to say it in the best way you could say it. You know what I mean? Best way you could say it. But you know what's going to happen. Is either she stay or she go. You understand? And now you won't have to either trust that word, that advice you get, or not. You understand? You're with me?
Come on,
sir.
Yeah. I know Peter and the disciples, they was rolling with Christ, hands down. And how you know that? What did they do? What's another good trait to show loyalty?
So, like I said, you defend your brother.
You defend your brother, correct. But what did Peter and them do? What did Christ say?
What? Do this in remembrance of me?
Not that one.
So like I said, you talking about we say, basically just stop their personal lives completely and just follow him.
You own it, Maya. You own it. You on to it, brother. All right? You on to it. Come on.
They all died. They all died defending the Christ. They all went to the death to death, not doing the work of the Lord.
Yes, meaning even though he did that back then, is because he didn't know what? He did not understand. And what you should learn from that, what you should take from that is, even though you don't understand it at that time, does not mean you're going to do what? You're going to reject it. You're going to reject the truth. You understand? There's some hard sayings you may hear, but you don't understand. That does not mean to reject it.
So,
and Peter learned it. Come on.
Now, I was wondering, so a good example of that could we use like when Christ gave the parable as far as eating of his flesh and drinking of his blood, and they was like, this is too hard to understand, and that's when brothers started leaving.
Right. That's because they didn't do what? Yeah, they didn't understand. And who was the biggest of them all? Who was the biggest of them all? While they doing that, Maya, get 15 and 13. John 15 and 13.
Come.
Right? Who was the biggest of them all? Maya, repeat what you just said.
Yeah, come. So, I was thinking about that parable that Christ had gave when he said, eat of my flesh and drink of my blood, and the brothers were saying like this saying is too hard, for us to understand.
Who brothers were saying what?
It's like, so I don't recall which brothers were saying. But I know it was the brothers that left though.
Who sent men to Christ? Who?
He said John the Baptist.
John the Baptist. John the Baptist. Did he not baptize Christ? Did he not say that this man, I'm not worthy to tie the shoes on his the lace on his shoes or the latchet on his shoes?
That's right.
Don't follow me, follow him.
You said Acts chapter 15, sir?
No, John 15 and 13, yeah. And what did he do? What did John do?
So he said, John went and sent men to see if that was Christ. He's supposed to be following Christ the whole time. He sees his movement. He just questioned everything. Like he didn't baptize Christ himself and hear the voice of the Lord from the sky. He wasn't even there.
And he told people to follow Christ, not him.
Salaki.
Come on.
He was disloyal.
He was disloyal. Because he did not understand what Christ was saying at that time. He decided to do what? To send his disciples to see if he really said that. Did you really say we had to eat your body and drink your blood? That's why Christ said what? Of the greatest prophet, Yes, but he will be what? The least in the kingdom of heaven. The least. Disloyalty will put you right there in that category. Disloyalty will put you right in the pig pen or the horse pen in the kingdom of heaven. Right? You got it, Maya?
Yeah, come on, sir.
When I'm reading.
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this.
Greater what?
Greater love hath no man than this.
All right, read on.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
Loyalty. Loyalty. There's no greater love. Somebody who is not loyal will what?
Tuck tail and run, sir.
Okay, don't think so much tuck tail and run. But he will more so do what?
He can put the brotherhood in jeopardy, in danger. This is a risk.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Bring shame.
He will bring shame, but okay.
You asking like how his mind thinks? The brother that's disloyal?
Yeah.
He gonna find a way to rationalize with, like, make this out to not be the truth, basically.
So what is he thinking about?
He thinking about his own way, what he want.
So what is he thinking
A lot
about?
he thinking about leaving the truth.
What is he thinking about?
Shilaki, sir. Self-preservation.
That's it. Himself.
Yes.
Everything you all describe, you could summarize it as he is thinking about himself. He is selfish. He is opposite to this man. For a man to lay his life down for his brother, he cannot be selfish. Right. There ain't no bone in him going to be selfish. Because any inclination in him being selfish, he's going to think his life is worth what? More than that man.
Right.
You understand? And there's so much things.
Sir.
Yeah, there's so much things that you're gonna have to pay attention to in this truth. That if you don't, it's going to show that you do not understand, and that in the likelihood that you do not understand, you become predictable in a bad way. You understand? Like you do not want a man above you to predict, or he ain't coming to camp today.
Right.
He ain't showing up for class, or he ain't showing up to the food drive. That's a bad predictor for predictable. The predictable you want to have is, oh yeah, he gonna be there. Nah, he won't do that. No. He checks with such and such first. With Cap first. He does this, that, the other. You understand? You want that type of predictable. Once you start getting to that type of predictable, loyalty is, you know what I mean? It's there. You know how to speak about it. It's there. And as I said, it goes all the way to the thumbs up. Just imagine this, all right? Where you learn about marriage, where you actually learned about marriage.
It's like, so you talking about like how the world view marriage?
No, I said, where did you learn about marriage? Think about yourself.
Oh, Slacks are online watching them classes.
So where did you learn about classes?
Salaga, sir.
Go ahead, Yermak.
In the truth?
Yes, in the UPK. Say it. You all say it, man. Them Christians, you go let them Christians say, well, my church, my My Baptist church.
And the I.S.U.P.K, sir, Salagi.
Yeah, say the shit, man.
Right.
That's where you learn about marriage. You learn about marriage nowhere else.
Right.
Before the truth, you was clocking numbers and you didn't know. You didn't know. Right? The Lord ain't hold you to that, but you know now. You learned about it in here in One West. So can anybody say anything for you to give them a thumbs up if they ain't learn it in here?
La, sir.
Nah. No, it ain't a sin. You understand?
Sir.
It ain't a sin. So therefore, you won't be held accountable for it. But I'm just giving you extreme how to get your mind, where to get your mind at. You want to look to the men. You want to look at men above you. Come on.
Slogger, sir, I got a precept if I may.
Go ahead.
All right, come on. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Our little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed. This is a precept to show that loyalty is not what you say, is something that you must do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Loyalty is something you're going to have to do. You got to practice it. You know what I mean? You're going to have to practice it. Right? And I'm giving you extreme. Now, what happens is it's something you build on. Because remember, you're coming out of the world. You understand? So you're coming out of the world, you don't really understand what loyalty is. You understand?
Right.
So this is something you're going to have to build. That's why the more and more you come in, the more and more what? Your life is what? Is designed around what? The truth.
Right.
Before you come in, your life is not your life designed around what?
Around yourself.
Around yourself, around the world, around your woman, around everything. It's designed around there. When you come in here, each day, guess what happens? You start designing yourself around the truth. Now, if you find yourself designing yourself not around the truth after a certain particular time, guess what could happen? What do you think could happen?
It's like so you're gonna start slowly just fading away.
What could you become?
You become disloyal, sir.
Give me. I want you to say it in a way where, you could call a name, right? In the Bible, that is, right? Of somebody that you do not want to be called.
Salagi, sir, Judas.
You do not want to be called Judas. Why?
Because Judas betrayed, he turned his back on Christ, sir.
He was the most disloyal person you could ever think about. And he walked with Christ. But he was never what? With Christ.
Right.
You understand? He was never in the truth. So don't fool yourself. Don't be here and be like, well, I'm One West. This, that, the other. And a long blunt is in your mouth. Or you're in the strip club. Or you're hating on your brother. Or your sister. You're fooling yourself.
Right.
You're no different than Judas, who claimed he was in the truth, but he was not. That's why, what happened to Judas after? He what?
He tried to hang himself, but the rope ended up breaking, and he like died when he fell off the cliff.
So in other words, what did he do? What will say that one time?
He committed suicide.
Yes. Because you learn all of this. You sat down there and watched a man turn water into wine. Turn what? 5 loaves and 2 fishes and fed what? Over 5,000 people. And you turn your back on him? And you hand him over to be crucified? You're disloyal. You leave the truth. Don't think, you know what I mean, you're just, you know what I mean, you're just leaving on good notes. You are leaving as a Judas. You understand?
God.
Put that in the back of your head. You're leaving as Judas. You call anybody Judas, guess what? They're ready to fight, right?
Right.
They're ready. They want to square up. I ain't no Judas. I ain't this. All right, Negro. Whatever you say. It wasn't here, right? Well, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. Well, guess what? There are what? There are protocols put in place. Everything put in place to do what? To have a council. But you left. Why you left? Why you leave?
You're selfish, sir.
Because what?
You're selfish, sir.
Because you're disloyal, you're selfish, you're everything.
Salaki.
Come on.
You like the color purple?
Yeah. You love it. Right? Any more on that who was reading for me?
That was me, sir. Allah. That's it on that, sir.
Okay. Give me let's see. Hold on. No, I just saw it here. Hold on. I just saw it. All right. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 9. All right. Deuteronomy 7 and 9. Right. And also to get me where Peter said he forsake everything.
Come on, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 9. Know therefore that the Most High thy power, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him.
You understand? It's saying what? That the Lord, he keep what? Covenant. Guess what? We the ones that break it. We the ones that were what? Disloyal. You understand? To the Lord. Read on.
Come, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
And some with them that what? Love him. You understand? That's how the Lord roll. You have to love the Lord and with love it. You know what do you have to do? What do you have to do to show that?
Salaki, sir, keep his commandments.
Yeah. You better say the truth. No matter what. No matter what. Unless somebody start some doctrine of some other kind, you have to do what? You have to stay in here. You're commanded to stay in here. You understand? Right? Who got the other one for me?
Salaki, is it 2 Peter 2 and 15, sir?
Read it for me. Let me hear.
It says, which have forsaken the right way and gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Besor, who
not that one. I want hold on.
Salaki, sir.
I want the one where Peter
Salaki, sir. There's
Come on, Jeremiah.
Matthew. I think it's Matthew chapter 19 and 27.
Read it.
It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
We have
what? Shall we? We have forsaken all and followed thee.
Forsaken all. You know where's that ark? Did Peter and them have families?
Come, sir.
Did they have slavery?
Come, sir.
And what Peter say? What?
We have forsaken all and followed thee.
Peter said he had forsaken all. Now, I'm not telling you to go, you know what I mean, tell your boss, you know what I mean, you're done and walk out. I'm showing you the extreme to which Peter went. Peter and the disciples that they went to. You and me, we're going to have to go there. And how do we go there with it? How do we go there with it? And remember, I'm saying for you to go and turn in a resignation letter. I'm not saying that. But how can we get close to Peter?
Like, if I could.
And do the exact same thing. Go ahead.
We will have to, fit our life around the truth, but not the truth around our lives.
Very good. So now you have camp when on Saturdays. Guess what? What's going to happen to camp?
It's like if camp gets first priority, you have to prefer your brothers.
Camp has to get first priority. Has to. If camp in first priority, guess what? Guess what you should be doing? What you should be doing?
So, like, if I could.
Uh-huh.
You said if camp can't get first priority?
Yeah, what you should be doing?
You're looking for another slave.
No, not really.
So, Loggy, sir, like finding a way still to do the work?
Okay. Boy, oh boy. I try not for you not to give the answer to you.
It's like I said, we should be trying to you go to, if camp is not your first priority because of your slavery, try to go to your slavery and try to make it your first priority. Like try to get Saturdays off. Maybe, working that thing to the bone. Like I ain't saying vex your employer, but go to him and try to get it off and offer him all your Sundays.
Right. Okay. No, that's one way. That's one good way. But there's another way you could do it too. How Esau said, 2 heads better than 1?
Oh, Slacky, you can go get a rib.
No, I ain't talking about that. I rather all of you without ribs, who without ribs already. Salakia. Right. I rather that. I get my work out there. But I can't put that into law.
Right.
You understand? All right? But when I say 2 heads better than 1, meaning what you should do, you should come get counsel. Maybe there's a way to work it in. Maybe you're overlooking certain things that could be done.
Common counsel.
So you come get counsel. That's why you have men above you. You understand? Okay. You go to your camp leader, I'm trying to get this day off, sir, but I can't. Maybe a camp leader might be, well, sweat, brother. Take one weekend off. See if you get 1 weekend off in the month. That can happen. Come on.
Sluggy, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of have a question on this topic.
Come on, bring it.
So just basically like, okay, so I think I'm not sure if it was Officer Quidum who kind of alluded to it, but so And okay, going to camp, right? Like that's the work of the Lord, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question is, let's say a brother does have this a slave where, you know, as Officer Kowal said, if he even, it's almost expected at this particular slave, like we need you on weekends mostly. Like this is one of them type of slaves, right? Is it if that brother, you know, that's the kind of slavery he has, is it wrong of him, or is it still within accordance of the spirit of doing the work of the Lord to be like, all right, well, I can't hit them camps with my brothers, but what else can I do to put my brick in where another brother, you know what I'm saying, the number of sitting in them camps, I can't do that, but maybe I can give up more funds. Maybe I can teach a class from home, or maybe I can do that. I can call my camp with a salagi. So I want to work, but my slave won't let me. What can I do? Would that still be, you know, in accordance with the spirit of doing the work of the Lord?
Yes.
Come on.
That is more, you know what I mean? That's you showing what? That you want to do it, but because remember we're in slavery.
Come on.
I know each one of us have, you know what I mean, certain responsibilities. You understand? That's why I said over the break, I'm not telling you to do what? To go put your resignation letter in.
Okay.
Because then you're gonna make it my problem.
Right.
You understand? Then you're gonna be like, yo, Cap, I ain't got no food. I have some bills to pay, this, that, the other. Right. What happened? Well, Cap, you said the other day that we should just do like what Peter did. And guess what? I'm gonna be cursing you out on the phone. We're going to council. I'm gonna be like, brother, I never told you to do that. You understand? But what you should do, you should call and get counsel, get some type of guidance on what you're doing, because you do not understand that if you go down this path leads to what? Many other paths that you do not want to go down. You understand what I'm saying? This path can mean you go down this path. Well, I can't do this. I can't go to camp. Then the next thing you find yourself doing is, I can't do no class. I can't teach. I can't do nothing. And before you know it, guess who you're having a conversation with in your house?
Salagi, sir. Officer Mahayar says Satan.
Yeah. You and Satan, you and Beelzebub, you and Azazel from Time to Kill. You all at a round table. You understand?
That's right.
You at a round table having a conversation with Satan and his merry men.
Salagi, sir.
You're playing cards, poker. Guess who's gonna win? Guess who get a full house? Satan. Because you didn't want to come and get no help. You could handle it. Peter thought he could handle it, right?
Right.
And he learned the hard way. You want to learn from Peter. Peter was as loyal as can be up until that. And then what he realized his mistake and learned from it. You understand? Go ahead.
So now I was gonna say, if I could, what you're saying is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? Because just in my short, very, very short time being in the truth, that always seems to be, you know, when them camps start getting missed, you know what I'm saying? When you start noticing a brother just kind of them appearances that can't just dwindle, that's usually a telltale sign, you know what I'm saying, that something just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand what you're saying. I don't want to slap.
Yeah, it's a telltale. It's going okay. It don't show up maybe, you know what I mean, 2 weeks or you know what I mean, a day. It don't show up like that. But it's going to show up because we need each other.
That's right.
Give me where it says the Lord have to shorten the time. Where the Lord say he had to shorten the time, or else none of us would have make it.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Like, sir. Let's get to it.
This is Matthew. Oh, my fault.
Go, you got it.
Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
You understand? Like he is saying that because, brother, if we don't have brother, if we don't have each other, we don't have loyalty, guess what's going to happen? It's going to fall. You understand? The reason why this was able to fall, was not able to fall, is because Commander General YAHANNA and generals had brotherhood and loyalty to themselves and to Christ. You understand? And stick with it, and build and build and build. And now you have Passover coming up, and one of the most, you know what I mean, that's going to be ridiculous. Because brothers were willing to be loyal. You understand? You better learn from brothers like that. You better like what they like. Meaning, you better what? Give a thumbs up when they give a thumbs up.
Right.
You understand?
Hey, Salaga Cap. Hey, Salaga, if I could, I wanted to ask a question. I may be screen recording this. I may be screen recording this if you can hear me. But I want to ask, from your perspective and your position over the state of North Carolina, how was it for you, you know, seeing this thing grow from where it was at a point where it was nothing to now, seeing that the Lord's 54th annual Passover is going to be held in North Carolina? You know, Salaga, I guess I'm just asking, like,
you interviewing me, you're asking, you interviewing me.
Yeah, Salaga,
I ain't teaching no more. You interviewing me.
Salaga, sir. But just to I guess if you could just speak on like what with the topic as far as the loyalty and the brotherhood and what you had to endure to see this thing to grow. You know,
I'll tell you, I had to endure what every and each one of you will have to endure. You understand? It ain't no, you know what I mean? It ain't no different. The only difference is now you coming in and seeing a body, something that's, you know what I mean, that's there physical. You understand? But it's the same loyalty no matter what is the same. And that's something you have to have. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Coming up in the truth is, you know what I mean, just as I was telling you all, with me, it was more so how the generals and them dealt with each other. The brotherhood they showed each other. I was amazed. Amazed. I wasn't in church, and these brothers were showing more loyalty, more brotherhood than brothers and sisters going to church. You understand? And that's something you're going to come in, you're going to have to see it. That's why, you know what I mean, with you or with young men coming in, they are very, what's the word? They're very, for lack of a better word, I don't use
tender.
Say one more time.
Tender.
Not tender, but
impressionable, sir.
Yeah, that's the word. Impressionable. That's why if you have a trait that is not one West, and they see it, it could be a turnoff. You understand? You have a responsibility. Each and every one of us have a responsibility. We have to represent the school like Commander General YAHANNA represented the school, like the generals represented the school. You understand? We're going to have to show that. Is there anything you could do to pull Commander General YAHANNA away from this route? Well, you better be like that. You better be like the man you're following. You understand? And hear any words from him, because I came in basically. Now we on live. What's his name? Jeremiah. When they see me, we'll talk. We can talk at the Passover. I mean,
Salagi.
I don't like to thing like that, but we're gonna talk. Come on.
Salagi, sir, this is a little question off topic, if I may. So, with like paying the tithes, right? With your taxes, you pay tithes on that as well, sir? Salagi.
When they say taxes, meaning what?
Like, if you get your taxes, your tax return, sir.
Yeah, your tax
Still,
return.
like, you still pay the tithes on that as well, or is it like already?
Is it an increase?
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you, sir. Salagi. Like, so.
No,
It's like
hold on. Is it an increase?
increase meaning this money that is. I don't know. It's all going to bills for me, sir. Salaki. So
Okay, the money you're getting paid with from your regular paycheck, is it going towards bills? Is it going towards bills too?
Con, sir.
So then that's not an increase.
Okay, and that's what Salaki said. That's what I was asking because we already paying the tithes within the money that's already taxed.
No, you're paying ESO taxes. Wherever you get on that pay stub, wherever you bring home.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, but we're already paying tithes on what.
It's like if I could.
Focus. Hold on. Cool down. Focus.
Okay.
All right. Wherever you're paying on it, wherever you're getting on that pay stub.
Sir.
You're paying 10% of that. Right?
Sir.
No. Is that pay stub an increase?
Sir.
So if that pay stub is an increase, then that tax return is a what?
An increase, sir.
Yes.
You
understand?
Water, sir.
Is either an increase or a decrease. If you are getting money, it's an increase. You understand?
Sir.
It's an increase. No matter if you're getting it to pay bills, it's what? It's an increase. You better pay 10%.
Sir.
Right? Come on.
So it's like so a brother, he just give you some money. He like, hey man, here $50.
That's an increase.
Just making sure.
Now, brother, tell you hold $20, hold $30. That's a what? Increase. You better pay your tithes, or the Lord coming for that $30 and more.
Salaki, sir.
Come on, Kodam and Ayathan. Water. Come on.
Salaki, sir. So, a question on that, along those lines as well. So that's the same brother that gave you that $30. What if, okay, in the event, let's say, so, you say, okay, man, I gotta get I gotta get a new headlight for my vehicle or something. Your man say, how much they charge for that? You say, I think they charge you say $50. I don't know the answer to that question. I'm just throwing out there. $50. So you say, yeah, it costs like $50. So you say, I got you. He gave you the $50. But if you pay $5 on that, now you got $45. You can't pay for the headlight. You know what I'm saying? So you got an increase, but it seems like you kind of in a conundrum because now he gave it to you specifically to pay this thing, but if you pay your tithes on that, you don't have the money to pay that thing.
Right, but okay, he gave you the money to buy the lights.
Okay.
That's not an increase.
Okay, I think I understand, sir.
He gave you the money specifically for the lights. That's not an increase.
I understand, sir.
He gave you the money out of brotherhood. That's a what? That's an increase. Like, man, I know you always, you're always here and you're enslaving. Hold this 50. That's an increase. You understand? This thing, money coming in is what? Is an increase.
So like you said.
So look,
go ahead, Ethan.
So I got a one. So I believe what Officer Cordon was saying, like, so how you get that pay stub, the total of that pay stub, right? If you pay the 10% on that to UPK, you pay your tithes on that total, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get your tax return, that's basically not an increase because you've been paying the total that the 10% on the total of that pay stub. So it's not an increase. It's just what Esau been taking, but you've been paying the 10%, even though they've been taking that.
Salaki, so if I could.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to understand what Officer Ayathan is saying. So I think so. It's like you know how your pay stub got your gross pay and your net pay.
Mm-hmm.
Or your gross pay literally is your hourly wage, or all of that, and the total that you technically worked to make. Which could be, let's say, let's give an example. You might have your gross pay might be $1,500 or something like that. And then, you know what I mean? But after they take out state tax withheld, federal tax withheld, they take out your child support if you got child support, they take out this and that and this and that. By the end of it all, now your net pay is, say, $900. If I could, correct me if I'm wrong, Cap, I think what you're saying, which is kind of the opposite of what Officer Ayathan is saying, is that no, you don't. If your gross was $1,500, but you didn't actually get an increase of $1,500, then you're not going to pay $150 in tithes. You're going to pay based on the actual increase you got, which would be the $900 that you can literally put in the bank.
Yes, that's what I try to explain to you.
So the tithes you're going to pay is going to be $90. So
yes,
when you have a tax return and they give you more money based on what they withheld from you, that is an increase because you never got that money in the first place.
That's right. You never give any money to that in the first place.
Sir.
Tax return is an increase, Akim. You better pay your tithes. And if you miss it last year or the year before, the Lord gave you a chance to make it up.
Sir.
Right? That's why you should do what? What you should do?
So I guess I get counsel.
Yeah, you're a complete there for a reason, right?
It's like it too. So I think the word they was using, the W-2, they was saying pay stub, but I know a loan is the only thing you don't pay tithes on, a loan, because it's not your money.
It's not your what?
Well, a loan, I'm asking.
No, you're asking. No, I'll give you the answer. A loan, right? If you go take a loan out of the bank, right? Whatever it is, it's still what? An increase to you. You understand? Now, I will give you, how to put it, I'll give you 100%. You call that?
100% the interest.
No. Meaning, I'll let you know next week.
Oh, okay. Sir.
That's the case with the loan.
Right? I remember
to my recollection, loan is you're gonna have to pay some. You gotta pay some tithes on that loan.
Slug, sir.
All right,
sir.
Come on. Go ahead, tell me one.
It's like you say you're gonna get back to us on that.
Yeah, on the loan. From a recollection. But I'll get back to you. I'll let you know. Go ahead.
So for instance, like for me, I get book stipends, right, every semester to buy my books from the VA, right? So that's money that I don't have. Am I supposed to pay tithes on that money to buy my books, or am I just supposed to use that money to get my books? Because they give me specifically enough to pay for the books that I need. Anything outside of that, I have to pay out of pocket.
Yeah, that's a book stipend. So you pay you that's in tithes.
Come
book stipend, right?
That's not an increase.
Yeah, right. It's a book stipend. And
right.
They give you the money that they're giving you is specifically for the book.
Right. In a sense, that's a loan to get that one specific thing or that specific thing.
You're right. So you just use the money to get the book.
Come on.
That's it.
It's like it, sir.
I'm talking about them pay stubs and your taxes. Better bring that in. Come on.
It's like, I know you clarify the whole loan thing next week, but I think so along those lines, because now again the language gets murky because now technically, if you get a vehicle, you technically are taking out a loan to get the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? That loan could be, I mean, really whatever the cost of the vehicle is, but obviously you don't. It's specifically for you can't take the loan they give you for the vehicle and go, and go buy a bunch of whatever.
Right.
It's
I'm
only
talking
for the
about
car. You
I'm
talk
talking
about
about
if
money in
you
your hand. Money
right,
in your hand.
like your bank account goes up by $10,000. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
meaning you go take a loan out
Okay.
to do whatever. You understand? But
Okay.
I'll get the specific on it. So
Okay.
don't worry.
Okay.
You just continue to pay tithes on them on your pay stubs. And don't forget when you do your taxes, make sure and get it lowered his 10%.
That's right.
All right. Any more?
Yeah, Salaki, sir.
Come on.
So Salaki, so like in the kingdom, is it like the taxes that America takes out today, would that kind of be like tithes in the new kingdom, like, or will we still get taxed and then tithes?
Okay, no. What your so-called oppressor does is that's a form of oppression. You understand? That's why that's what made him number one rebel against England, because England was making them do what? Pay taxes on everything that they had to import, and they didn't want to do it. You understand? But that's his way. That's like get to where Christ was speaking about paying Caesar, rent on to Caesar. What is Caesar? Or does the or something along the line of does the children, I forget how it's worded. But what they do is oppress us. Like with us, is just what? 10% of your earnings. Right? You a farmer, guess what? What would you have to do if you're a farmer? Livestock, crops, whatever. What would you have to do to pay your tithes?
Salaki, sir. You would sell that livestock or that animal, whatever, and then whatever money you got from that, you would give 10% to the priest.
Yes. That's it. You understand? Like it ain't corn or wheat. No. Remember what did who when Cain killed Abel? Why did Cain kill Abel? Jamaica.
Talaka, sir. Cain Cain and Abel was because of I call it now, like a grudge.
Okay, who Cain had a grudge with Abel?
Right.
You sure Cain had a grudge with Abel? What was the
Because
grudge?
Because Abel's thing there was accepted. Well, Abel was doing what the Lord said to do.
Right.
But Cain was doing what he wanted to do.
Good. So what's the reason Cain killed Abel?
Because the Lord accepted what Abel was doing.
Right.
But
So what was Cain doing? What Cain did?
Cain was making gifts based on what he think he should do it, and not what the Lord said.
You
So
hovering.
it would actually bring, I think, the product.
No, hold on. You hovering wrong in Jamaica. Come who's in Slovakia?
Trooper one.
Go ahead.
It was jealousy.
Jealousy is what made Cain kill Abel. Correct. Now, what was Cain giving the Lord?
Crops.
Yes, crops.
Was
right?
given
What was he supposed to give the Lord?
animals for sacrifice.
Yes. So what
Or
would Cain would have to do?
you would have to sell the crop and either buy the animal or give the Lord
Or
his portion.
yes, or just do what? Go, young man is saying something, but you're on mute.
So like he could have just trade with Abel and
That's
then
it.
have a blood sacrifice.
Trade. That's
Yeah.
it. Just trade. That's all. And he'd have been doing what Abel doing. Right? That's it. I mean, you had to pay a tithe. You know what you had to do. You could trade. Get that money and pay a tithe, man. Let's say you give him what? 10% of corn. Do what? Anyhow. Any more questions before I let you all out? Well, just one more thing I want to cover. Any more questions?
Nothing in Durham, sir.
All right, so I had the tithes thing for you all next week. All right, with a loan. All right. Give me that. Give me the verse where Christ was telling the disciples to leave these other groups alone. Leave them alone. You understand? All right. You want to be real circumspect with what you're doing. You want to show, you know what I mean, straight up that you're what? You loyal to this truth, Akim.
So like
Sister and all too. Come on.
Was it Mark 9:38?
Mark what?
9:38. Is that
Come
it?
on.
And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and followeth not us.
So
And
what if Peter and them was around today, right? And they had the internet, what would they be doing? And they see it on the computer. They're on the computer and they're seeing a group.
So like I said.
What would they be doing?
They'd be trying to battle, they'd be trying to fight against them.
Yeah, they'd be saying, hey, you dumb Negro. This, that, the other. Now you all ain't with us. Send. Mother effer. Send. They will straight up trying to do what? Battle them. Trying to what? Get them off the internet. Right? Read on.
And he followeth not us, and we forbade him.
And he what?
And we forbade him.
Mother effer, you better take this shit down right now. Back. Or else I'm coming to see you. Back. Yeah, these MF. Hey, John. On the internet here right now with these, you know what I mean, with these hard hat Negroes. Come on, jump in with me. What Christ said?
And we forbade him because he followeth not us.
He followed not us. So he was on there doing what? Thumbs down, this, that, whatever. Come on.
But Yahushua said, forbid him not.
For what?
Forbid him not.
What is Christ saying? To give a thumbs up?
Sir.
What is Christ saying?
Christ is saying, ignore him.
Yeah, ignore him. You seen another group talking about marriages and this. Where they learn it from?
The I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah. They should be giving you thumbs up. Right. They should be supporting you. Right. Come on.
Kalawakam. Forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me.
Understand? Ain't nobody can speak evil of this shooter. I say lightly speak evil. You understand? Can't come in here and say there's no brotherhood. There's brotherhood all the way. The reason why you standing out there and saying that is because you just want to what? You want to discredit the truth.
Right.
You want to feel like you in the truth. So guess what? You got to discredit the real truth. You got to discredit I.S.U.P.K. so that you could feel what? Good about yourself.
So like I said,
come on.
If I could, thousands of years, 2,000 years ago, when Christ roamed the earth and he taught that he was the Son of God and that what he taught came of God, there were men back then who fought to push the narrative that Christ did not have the truth, that he was not the Son of Man or the Son of God, just like today, when we teach that we have the truth and Commander General YAHANNA is the head of all Blacks, Hispanics, and the nation of Israel, they push the narrative that the I.S.U.P.K. is not the home of the truth or the only truth. But like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. Those fake Israelite groups that say, how are y'all the only truth? It was Sadducees and Pharisees back then who said the same thing to Christ.
Yes. And he ignored them and did what?
He kept work. He put in the work. So.
Yeah, he worked.
So like you said.
Come on.
It's like if I could get a I guess just an understanding on how, okay, so like on the approach, right? So like you said, I completely understand what you're saying, right? So these fake Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't forbid them, you know what I mean? Unless, you know what I'm saying, we get an order or something, you know what I mean? Like Captain McCod to get them off the corner or something. But you know, we don't really engage with them fake Israelites really. What about, you know, I see brothers engage with Christians a lot. Is that also wrong? Like, you know what I mean? Like
okay, you gotta explain when I say engage. What you mean?
Like, okay, so I mean, I see a brother, you know, a brother might go on Creflo Dollar's page and post something like "Woe unto the pastors," you know what I'm saying? You leading the sheep astray, da 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 da, right? You know what I mean? I've seen things like that. Is that
No. Okay, what I'm telling you is not a what? It's not a what? Finish it for me.
A law, sir.
Meaning it's not a what? You correct, Yarmark. Say somebody said it.
A sin?
Not a sin.
Come on, concert.
You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, concert.
Say you could do it if you want to. You understand?
Come on, concert. It's like so.
Go ahead.
If I could, so that's what I'm just trying to understand. Like, is there generally from what you're saying, should we treat, say, a Christian, some Christian who's on the internet saying, comes out of the woodworks, man, y'all Israelite camps, y'all just wicked, man. Y'all teaching that you can deal with more than one woman when the Bible says that you can only have one wife. Now we know the scriptures also say righteously contend for the truth. Should we just ignore him or should we blaze on him like, nah,
so
you be wrong?
You could blaze on him. You understand what I'm saying? But you will not be wrong if you don't.
I understand. You
understand what I'm saying?
Go
ahead.
This is what we're saying, like, because it said, you know, casting. It says that, and he answered him, saying, "Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name." Basically, Christians say Jesus and all kind of nonsense. The fake Israelite groups will say Yahawashi, and you know, and then stuff like that. It is the spirit of this, like Christ is trying to tell them, like, to stay focused, don't get distracted. They can't do anything anyway. I know you big with telling us not to get distracted with simple things that take you off course of serving the Lord.
Okay, what Christ's trying to get him to understand is this, basically, that time will tell. So in other words, you have some group saying that a man could only have could only have one woman. Time will tell that this group is a bunch of what? Homos.
Right.
Excuse my language. Or gay. You know what I mean? Or, excuse my language, they believe in an alternative lifestyle.
Right.
Right? Time will tell. And now when that shows up, they're actually working for us. You understand? Because now somebody who actually serving the Lord will look at that and be like, the Lord is not there with them. The Lord is with the UPK. You understand?
Okay.
So now, if you're battling, you're battling. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll be on Clubhouse, you might be battling. You all understand what I'm saying, right?
Come, Salaki Adawan.
Okay, go ahead.
Salaki Adawan. So I understand that dealing with, fake Israelites and these Christian groups, but when it was a brother that was once in the truth and he is promoting himself as if he is still currently in the truth, and you see brothers that are outside of the zone that don't actually know what has transpired as far as his brother laying down his sword, being and they're thumbing up his post because they don't know that he's laid his sword down and that he's a coward. How do we address those brothers? Do we?
Yeah, let's call them and let them know.
Salakia, sir.
I say let's call them and let them know.
The brother that laid his sword down, or the people
the brother who laid his sword down, he's not in the school no more.
Well, Salakia, sir, if we have had conversations with the brother with respect to him posting or acting like he's still locked in when he knows good and damn well he ain't locked in, and the brothers in his specific city knows that he is not locked in, but you got sisters in another city like Detroit or Philadelphia or wherever, and they're liking his post, and brothers are liking his post, but they don't know that he's not in the truth. They don't know he's no longer in the truth.
How do we call the camp leader?
The camp leader of the people that are liking his post.
Yeah, that's all.
Most High in Christ. Is that so? That's the way that we would mark them that cause division.
Yeah, let's call the camp leader. You could just put up on there, brother. You need to start coming to class.
Come.
Simple.
So you're saying that we are authorized to do that as priests and prophets in here?
Yes, if you know a brother that left the school and is perpetrating like he's in the school, hey brother, you should come to class. And you left the school, this, that, the other. Come to class. Got a jacket. This, that, the other. If that's the case. If he wants to take it there, you understand? Or she wants to take it there. You understand?
Come on. What would you say is good practice as far as dealing back with battling fake Israelites and things like that? Would you say it's good practice to say, battle the battle, like as far as if fake Israelites are posting that it's okay for them to smoke weed, but they're not under my post. They didn't come to my class or come to the class we're teaching or our podcast. They're in their own thing. Would you say it's better practice to just leave that alone, let them do whatever they're doing, and then if they come on our post, blaze on them?
Yes. I would look at it like that, but as I say, it's not sin if you go in there and put a precept and say Proverbs such and such.
Come.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying is it looks better when they have to come to you. You understand? Or you seeing something that that they learned in here, and they're trying to push it to the earth. They're pushing it. They learned it on their own. Come on.
It almost makes them like how that purple group went to that pastor, that black pastor, forget his name, but they went to his church, and it kind of made them look bad because they got ignored by the pastor who was teaching his congregation or whatever. It almost makes it look like they chasing after him, but he ain't really. What's his name? Geno Jennings. They went to Geno Jennings' church and surrounded his church. But Geno Jennings said, I ain't going out there to the purple gang when I'm teaching my congregation, and it kind of made them look a little bad. So
yeah, that's it. Like you don't want to fall in that category. That make you look weak. And you just trying to use numbers to coerce people into following you. You're not using brotherhood. You're not using, loyalty. You're not using you being dependable, reliable, predictable. You're not using these type of traits. to make, you know what I mean, to have brothers and sisters follow you. You understand what I'm saying? You're trying to use numbers. Well, you go ahead and use numbers. You go ahead and, you know what I mean, use whatever means. You understand? We're going to stay in here and we're going to do the work. We're going to build. We're going to build. And of course, we ain't Christians, so we're going to do what we had to do too to get, you know what I mean, brothers and sisters in here. But I'm just telling you, just be very careful with your thumbs up, with your likes, with how you carry about yourself. You understand? How you carry about yourself in the truth. You don't want to carry about yourself in the truth. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like this is not your home. Like this is not your, you know what I mean? Like this ain't your woman. You understand what I'm saying? This, you're supposed to carry this truth as if is your what?
That's right.
Like your woman. This is your what? This is your, finish it for me. The truth is your what?
First wife.
The wife, sir.
Your first love. Right? This is your first love. And if this is your first love, how are you going to treat your first love? Anyhow? Now you ain't going to treat your first love anyhow. You're going to make sure everything's straight with her.
That's right.
Everything. You're going to base your life around her, whatever she needs. You're going to base your life around. You understand? Everything. You say you need to go to camp, you need to do your class, you need to do this. You know what I mean? The camps and the classes, those things are just, how to put it, what's the best word for it? Like add-ons. I mean traits. You know what I mean? Things that we could use to measure to see whether or not you understand or you're ready for certain responsibilities. You understand?
Okay.
All right. I hope I lose you all too much. But I think that's it, right? What's the time?
8:53, sir.
8:53. You all make sure and what you call it again? Check into the that America is on fire. All right. Make sure and, you know what I mean, give that all the thumbs up.
That's right.
I mean, play that in your house on your phone, on your two computers. You know what I mean? Let's send this algorithm all the way up. Play it on everything. You understand?
Okay.
All right. And remember, loyalty, Akim. You understand? That's something you want a woman to show your loyalty. Well, guess what? You better show this truth some loyalty. You better show your brother some loyalty. You understand? If you ain't willing to show this school loyalty, this truth loyalty, do not expect your woman to show your loyalty. Do not expect them kids to show your loyalty. You understand?
Okay.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to who? Police Officer Bankayal.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to Cap. Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Shabrakatah. Yahmatah Sar. Turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema. Yahmatah. Yashab means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. 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 8 throug 10%, Salakia, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. The priest fund is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Purim, the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month of Adar, which is Sunday, March the 5th, and Monday, March the 6th of 2023. According to the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. We also have the Lord's 54th annual Passover coming up here, April the 1st, at the Raleigh Convention Center. What is it, 500 South Salisbury Street? Pull up. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class is dismissed.